This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to DRTSPR show. This is Dr. Tangella Shivaprasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR. Namaste, Adab. Hello and a warm welcome. This is a special show on the no confidence motion moved by MP Mr. Gogoi against Narendra Modi government. And what happened to that motion? It has been defeated by voice vote in the parliament today, closing a debate of 16 hours last 3 days, and the maximum debate of 24 hours against any government. It was against Lal Bahadur Shastri government. So 24 hours debate. So this lasted for 16 hours. Mr. Prime Minister Modi, he came to the parliament today, to the Lok Sabha. He was supposed to come at 4 p.m., but many speakers were speaking. He came late, and he addressed, while addressing the opposition, did walk out as they were insisting him to speak on Manipur. But as he delayed, they walked out. After they walked out, he spoke on Manipur, reassuring India that the government is with the Manipur citizens and government will act tough against all those who have betrayed faith in the law and order, including the horrific. He condemned the horrific incidents against women, but it was very late in the day. This is why DRTSPR channels is trying to bring out the special show, very clearly stating what is that the opposition has achieved, and in delaying, what is that Prime Minister Modi has achieved. Is it in the larger interest of the citizens, or I say India? When India means all citizens, their rights and resources. And Parliament is meant to debate, legislate, so that they come to the rescue of the citizens of India, either rights or on the resources in the form of welfare and development in a transparent and accountable way. Manipur was burning, and opposition, for God knows, even when Amit Shah was inviting them, they were insisting that Modi should speak. Union Home Minister is Amit Shah. But this playing of politics between opposition and opposition led by India, Congress, and all the other parties, including Aam Aadmi Party, communist parties, TMC, DMK in southern India, BRS was a separate entity. What did they achieve? I am questioning both opposition India and NDA led by Bharatiya Janata Party. What is that you have achieved? Did India, the people or citizens of India, did they gain anything out of these discussions? The rights or the resources? A statement just made by Prime Minister of India on Manipur, is that going to assuage the feelings of Manipur, the sufferings of the people of Manipur? And a new issue came to the fore. Prime Minister again opened the floodgates of 1966 March 5th, when Prime Minister Indira Gandhi ordered our own air forces to bomb those hills which was there in Assam that time. Now this is Mizoram. I'll try to spell. Now that the Pandora box has been opened again, and where will this lead to again? That is what my contention is all about. In doing so, he has again opened a Pandora box wherein he has stated that the then government, the then government under Indira Gandhi's leadership bombed our own people that time, the Mizoram people of Mizoram. Now it has become a Mizoram state. Erstwhile it was in Assam. When the result was, once in 40 to 45 years, this bamboo trees with flowers grow, and those flowers, the rodents get attracted to that flowers, and in doing so they have finished off all the other food crops there in that region. So famine set in, and that is how the insurgency by Mizoram National Front started. And when they were occupying hills and all, unable to control, the leadership of Indira Gandhi ordered for airstrikes. That is what Mizo National Front and trying to showcase everything. And likewise, Assam and all northeast regions, Mr. Modi was trying to attack the opposition when they were saying that Manipur BJP chief minister is there. How is that? They are not in a position to calm down both Meiteis or Cookies, and it is extending to Nagaland and Mizoram and all the northeastern region. Was the thing. That time, during that time, churches, everything were burned, and they bombed. When they bombed, people suffered. Minimum casualties 15, but the entire 10,000 population had to flee that area. So Mr. Modi was reminding Congress that you have done all those things wrong, and that area, that terrain has become very conducive for all unlawful activities, and that was being utilized by that time Mizo National Front was being utilized by the Pakistan border, that time East Pakistan now, which is Bangladesh. They were supplying weapons and all, and Rajiv Gandhi in 1986 has put a full stop to that violent struggle by having a peace accord, and that is how Mizoram was happy. And now, under Modi's government, Northeastern Development Council and separate minister is there. I think it's Mr. Kishan Reddy. Were trying to again. They were trying to get palm oil and all instead of allowing the native things which have to grow in that area. And he says he is trying to improve northeastern region, and he says it is going to become the hub of or heart of India in the future. So let me show you certain things in this due course. Yesterday also we have made a show on data protection. I said it is data procurement. All your data will go when you protest. My example of filing cases against the election malpractices, constitutional violations, right from 2018 to Honorable Prime Minister's education qualifications to the Election Commission of India, which has not given any response other than giving me complaint IDs. And the same election commission is again going to come into this thing. Now Rajya Sabha today try to pass the amended bill wherein the government of Narendra Modi seeking appointment of election commission, having prime minister, the leader of opposition, and a cabinet minister appointed by the prime minister, I mean the union of ministers, instead of the chief justice of India. Before, chief justice of India, honorable prime minister and opposition leader used to, they constitute a committee to select election commission of India chief commissioner, and for that reason even CBI, everything, they have done away with that. This is what autocracy is. It good for people participatory constitutional democracy, Mr. Modi and BJP? Just because court is passing some orders against you, is that the reason? No, that is what people are thinking all about. When government does something good in a transparent and accountable way, why should they fear? Ayodhya is a big example. And even in Ayodhya Ram, Mr. Modi, you are silent on Adipurish movie. Your government has till date not acted. The central censor board and even you have not made any comments. People have all doubts. Now when you are showcasing Ayodhya Ram, so these type of ambiguities, when they are persisting, when it continues, and at the same time you have spoken about vaccinations again, Mr. Modi, because when opposition, all political parties have given into vaccine mandates without discussing on the floor of parliament, taking people into confidence to discussions in panchayats, municipalities, municipal corporations, assemblies, or on the Lok Sabha. All political parties have become one. Now you are trying to say Videshi vaccine, you have not. Now I'm questioning you. What does Covaxin contain, Mr. Modi and BJP and RSS? Is it not cow calf blood? Is it not injected into innocent Indian citizens? You take pride in that. You take pride in that. Now, how is that even opposition has supported all that? All the political parties. Cow calf blood? And what does these vaccines contain? How helpful they were? Why there was no liability and compensation? Did Parliament discuss the deaths or autopsy or postmortem reports to scientifically validate them? Because you are paying public money and you have invested public money for the development of such vaccines, or you have invested public money for RT-PCR tests. Mr. Modi and all the political parties, opposition and BJP NDA, is COVID-19 more dangerous or fatal than TB, dengue, malaria, typhoid? Come on, discuss. We were offering you Indian Council of Medical Research. It is silent. The Union Health Minister, against whom we wanted a privileged motion. When Parliament was in session last time, he was threatening Rahul Gandhi's Jodo Yatra, stating that COVID-19 is spreading everywhere. You stop. He continued. He reached Kashmir. Did anything happen, Mr. Health Minister? Even till today, as and when you want waves, you create fear in the public to sell these vaccines and all those remdesivir medicines. What does remdesivir medicine contain? Did you till today on the floor of the parliament or in assemblies or in municipalities, corporations, panchayat, did you discuss what does COVID-19 vaccines contain? What did those medicines employed for treating like remdesivir contain? And which disease is dangerous to Indians? Is it TB, dengue, malaria, typhoid, malnutrition, accidents, or COVID-19? Why there is no scientific discussion? Why there is no logical conclusion? Why truth is not coming out? Did you discuss all these things? This was a platform to discuss. Did you just discuss that? And not only that, such dangerous bills which is going to affect India, means citizens and resources, in the form of Jan Vishwas bill. What is that you have done, Mr. Modi and India government, which we have brought out a show? Now pharmacies and all those insurance companies can whimsically, willfully harm your own body. You cannot question. There will never be any criminal complaints against pharmacies, drugs and all. Is it not you giving up your own right to health and your body to such type of this thing? And when you make mandatory regular tests, how truthful and 100% these tests are, including RT-PCR, how can you judge? By showcasing that those tests, are you going to harm the healthy bodies? How did you allow Jan Vishwas bill? Opposition India, why you did allow that bill? Why you did not discuss that bill? When that bill was being passed, you are protesting on Manipur, demanding PM should come, and meanwhile you are allowing this bill to pass. That means you are hand in glove with the government, just because you get funding from all these pharmacies and insurance companies, just because now electoral bonds have become opaque. Electoral bonds means people should understand that these are the bonds on behalf of political parties donated by these companies, corporate companies. You can never have any information now. You can't source any information. Supreme Court is also still on trial. For that reason, you are not discussed. And not only the biodiversity bill, same way like Jan Vishwas, that consent to life and health. Now here your own resources. Corporate companies can loot resources. Something goes wrong, there is no criminal case except penalty. Such vital bills. And not only that, along with that, the data protection, which we said, procurement, collecting all your data. When you question, your data will be collected. And add to this, amendments made to Criminal Procedure Act. A constable can collect all this, including your DNA. Why India opposition parties kept quiet? Are you not aware? Are these bills not going to harm Indian citizens? Why India, the so-called political opposition parties, kept quiet and still keeping quiet? You are not speaking about that except Manipur. PM Modi should come and speak. What is that understanding opposition and both have? And Modi has used this platform to again state himself, announce himself as the prime minister, would be prime minister on behalf of BJP. Until 2028, he will be there. This type of BJP party we have never seen. Individual eulogizing. It was a collective wisdom which used to prevail. Now he has used the platform. I don't understand how BJP, parliamentary party, or all those organizations, because we are not here to discuss that. But opposition has provided a chance to him. And he says very clearly that opposition no confidence motion or opposition to Modi is a very good virtue. He takes, or he puts himself as an example. Last 20 years of his political life, opposition has been deriding, and at the cost of that deriding, he says it's a good virtue. he started to grow right from chief minister to prime minister. He says it's a good virtue that opposition keep on targeting him. Again, him, not Bharatiya Janata Party. This him, eulogizing one, never had now was the concept of Bharatiya Janata Party. What is happening there? And then Mr. Amit Shah also spoke with evidences. He said he was there with the people of Manipur. And the other flip side is the Adir, Mr. Adir MP from West Bengal, the leader in Lok Sabha. He is suspended along with other three. So these are, and the flip side, the one who moved this motion, Mr. Gogoi, he states that his purpose is served, the first justice to Manipur and bringing the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the parliament and make him speak. This is really beat my intelligence. I don't understand. Elected representatives, why they don't come to parliament, whether it is Prime Minister or opposition leader. They are supposed to come to the parliament, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, legislate there, discuss there. How is that they don't come to parliament regularly? Why don't they participate? How is that they are above others? They are all elected representatives. They are public servants. The people of India are a constitutional authority. Rest all public servants. But how is that you are eulogizing one beyond? The same thing is happening that I'll come back later with cinema type of psychophancy in Telangana and everywhere. Cinema heroes and their fans. What is this going on to India? The people, citizens, their rights and resources are more important than this psychophancy. And we are very clear in these channels. We discuss every issue as per rule of law, constitution, invoking evidential act. No enmity against individual, nor animosity against any parties or organizations. Now I'm trying to share those things which the opposition and ruling party willfully ignored, which will harm India, the citizens of India, which I'm going to show you now. Along with that, some videos. I've said this one. Data Protection or Procurement Act. 6 years in the making. Data protection bill gets through Lok Sabha in less than an hour yesterday. कोई डेटा नहीं, मुझे जानने का अधिकार है. He says, and he data samrakshan bill. He passes the bill and he goes away. So this no data I have a right to know in the bill. Data protection bill they pass. Is common man aware of this bill, Mr. Modi? Opposition parties? And then defamation law. Does it still serve its purpose? I don't think. Then this is another one. Biodiversity amendment bill passed in Rajya Sabha by decriminalization of offences is being done to reduce fear among stakeholders for effective. Those corporates who want to now dig or mine forests or everywhere. If I am wrong, correct me. What is that biodiversity? Jiva Vaividyam. This is passed. And then this one, which we are targeting. Manipur के शोरगुल में पास करा लिया जन विश्वास बिल. जन विश्वास नाम रखा और कर लिया आपकी जान का सौदा. Jan Vishwas bill threat to life is business friendly passed amid ruckus on Manipur. Is this not a big sabotage by the opposition who have moved no confidence against government when government is intending to move such bills which is going to harm India, means citizens, their right to life, right to health and right over resources? How is that opposition kept quiet and it has silently allowed? That is why we are saying, are you hand in glove? Why you did not speak? Even the data protection bill, for 6 years it was there in the select committee. Why opposition did not raise? It did not understand? क्या कोई समझ नहीं सकता हो? क्यों ऐसे बिल अधीन पारित हो गए जो आम नागरिक को, आम भारतीयों को नष्ट होगा? जन विश्वास बिल हो, बायोडाइवर्सिटी बिल हो, डाटा प्रोटेक्शन, और उसको प्रोक्योरमेंट बिल कहा. ये रक्कस में मणिपुर के नाम पे ये अधीन पारित कैसे हुए ये बताना पड़ेगा। पालक वर्ग ही नहीं, विपक्ष को बताना पड़ेगा आप क्यों चुपचाप है। डाटा प्रोटेक्शन का बिल तो 6 साल से सेलेक्ट कमेटी के पास था, और ये जन विश्वास बिल भी कैसे आपने पारित होने दिया। क्योंकि जैसा हम बताते आए, इलेक्ट्रल बॉन्ड्स माने हैं जो भी कॉर्पोरेट हो, कंपनी हो, जो पैसा देता है पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, उसका समाचार आज कोई नागरिक को नहीं मिलेगा। इस वजह से आप सब मिलजुल के ये मणिपुर के नाम पे वहां पर भी लोग इज्जत से नहीं जी पा रहे हैं, उनके नाम पे ये अधीन बिल्स कैसे पारित हुए, विपक्ष आपको बताना पड़ेगा। और पालक वर्ग जो रूलिंग पार्टी है, उनके एमपीज कल के दिन लोगों को जवाब देना ही पड़ेगा। क्या इस तरह चलेगा? आप पूरा भारत को कारपोरेट के हवाला सौंपने चाह रहे हैं क्या? ईस्ट इंडिया और उस तरह से उससे जिंदगी और बदतर होगी क्या? हम गुलाम बने रहेंगे सदा? आर वी गोइंग टू एनस्लेव्ड like what East India Company has done forever without any discussion? How is that these important bills are passed? Common man, does he have any idea? Even in Prime Minister Modi's speech, it doesn't refer to anything. Even when they were speaking opposition, they were not even mentioning anything like this. Shocking. So that is why we said this no confidence motion, and the House exhibiting confidence, is it in larger public interest? Is it in the interest of India? That means citizens, their rights and resources. It is no, a big no. They're wasting public money. Just trying to show you the glimpses of what has happened. And I'll start with the fury. This is what I wanted to show. The longest debate lasted 24 hours. PM Narendra Modi, while addressing Lok Sabha, in his reply to the note, said that floor test was more for the opposition than the government. Yes, they had no numbers. 16 hours for this no confidence motion, while 24 hours was against Lal Bahadur Shastri. Take a note of it. 16 hours, public money, their elected representatives. What did they discuss? Without any discussion, they have passed Jan Vishwas bill, biodiversity bill, data protection bill, which these bills are going to harm every Indian, their rights and resources. The opposition and the ruling party have to answer. Just trying to show you. And Rahul Gandhi's marks are also expunged. And here is the one. Justice Gogoi finally spoke in the parliament, and he is the one Gogoi who authored this bill. Finally spoke, ex-CJI. Just trying to show you the clippings for people to understand.
Let me now come to the merits of this particular no confidence motion that they have allegedly brought on one count alone, that is to bring the Prime Minister to the House. That seems to be the reason why this no confidence has been moved, that the Prime Minister should be brought to this House. He is avoiding the House and avoiding speaking on Manipur. Mr. Chairman, I have always believed that the Congress party is adept at snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. They are also very adept at cutting their nose to spite their face. And I say this advisedly. They know every time the Prime Minister has got up to speak on the floor of this House, and I think his worst political adversaries will recognize the fact that he's a peerless orator. There is no question. I don't think there is an orator today in India who matches him. There's no question. Everybody recognizes that fact. So every time he gets up on the floor of the House, he puts the Congress party through the shredder. I mean, they actually go through a shredding machine. So I cannot understand why they should cut their nose to spite their face, ask him to come to the House and put them through the shredder, as I have no doubt he will when he replies on Thursday. So this defies common sense, it defies logic, it defies political
Yeah, definitely.
stance.
He is part of that thing, so he will definitely do that, and he did adopt a motion also, trying to bring everything so that you can have an idea as to how things have been moving or shaping since.
रावण दो लोगों की सुनता था, रावण दो लोगों की सुनता था, मेघनाथ और कुंभकर्ण। वैसे ही नरेंद्र मोदी दो लोगों की सुनते हैं, अमित शाह और अडानी। भाई और बहनों, लंका को हनुमान ने नहीं जलाया था, लंका को रावण के अहंकार ने जलाया था। प्लीज माननीय सदस्य, आप संयमित बोले, आप ये सदन है, आप तरीके से बोलिए। माननीय राम ने रावण को नहीं मारा था, रावण के अहंकार ने रावण को मारा था।
So this is what has happened when Rahul Gandhi spoke, and I'm not trying to get into all what he spoke, just trying to.
रावण दो लोगों की सुनता था।
Yeah, it's the same.
तक 13 बार राजनीति में लॉन्च किया गया है और 13 ही बार फेल गए। उनका एक लॉन्चिंग मैंने देखा है, उनका एक लॉन्चिंग यहां सदन में हुआ था। एक गरीब मां कलावती या ऐसा कुछ नाम था, कलावती, बुंदेलखंड की बहन कलावती, उसके घर वो नेता भोजन करने गए और यहीं पीछे बैठकर गरीबी का बड़ा दारुण वर्णन, द्रवित हो जाए ऐसा वर्णन करती। ठीक है भाई, अच्छा किया, आप इतने बड़े व्यक्ति होकर गरीब कलावती के घर पर भोजन पर गए, उसका भोजन कर लिया।
Yeah, this I'll try to present in a different way, wherein it has been vetoed. They said he has spoken. They say Amit Shah has been exposed. Yeah.
कलावती या ऐसा कुछ नाम था, कलावती, बुंदेलखंड की बहन कलावती, उसके घर वो नेता भोजन करने गए और यहीं पीछे बैठकर गरीबी का बड़ा दारुण वर्णन, द्रवित हो जाए ऐसा वर्णन करती। ठीक है भाई, अच्छा किया, आप इतने बड़े व्यक्ति होकर गरीब कलावती के घर पर भोजन पर गए, उसका भोजन कर लिया और इसकी वेदना को यहाँ वाचा दे दी। मगर बाद में इनकी सरकार 6 साल चली। मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ, वो कलावती का क्या करा?
आता आपल्याला राहुल भाऊन आपल्याला भेट दिल्यानंतर आपलं त्यानं दारिद्र्य दूर केलं, तर आपल्याला जरासं आता समाधानच आहे। 3 लाख रुपयाची पहिला चकत दिला होता, मग त्यानं खात्यावर जमा करून 30 लाख जमा केले। आज जर मी त्यानं राहुल गांधीनं दिलं म्हणून सने मी आयतच खात गेली, तर उद्या राहते का ते आयता ढगच खाऊन घेतला आणि उद्या करायचे मी जर ठप्ता काढाला तर कहाणच जगू। कोण थालीभर पाणी देते का, मग कोणी जावई होत नाही, कोणी होत नहीं।
कलावती ने कभी भी नहीं सोचा था कि राहुल गांधी उनसे आकर मिलेंगे, लेकिन इस मुलाकात ने उनकी जिंदगी बदल कर रख दी। पहले जहां वो झोपड़ी में रहा करती थी, अब उनके पास एक अच्छा खासा घर है, बिजली और पानी का कनेक्शन है।
एक गरीब मां कलावती या ऐसा
So
कुछ नाम था।
the lie of Mr. Amit Shah is exposed. That's what they say. So I'm trying to show you. This also report. There is a complaint. Manipur army says fabricated attempts to malign image of Assam rifles. The Manipur police have complained against Assam rifles. This is the ground reality which is happening. And here, the strength of the party.
क्यों ना लगाया? 356 तब लगती है जब हिंसा के समय राज्य सरकार कोऑपरेट न करे। हमने डीजीपी बदल दिया, उन्होंने भारत सरकार के डीजीपी को स्वीकार कर लिया। हमने चीफ सेक्रेटरी बदल दिया, उन्होंने भारत सरकार के चीफ सेक्रेटरी भेजे हुए चीफ सेक्रेटरी को। मैं यही कह रहा हूं, समझ न हो तो नहीं आएगी।
39, 366 is NDA, 143
सीएम तब बदलना पड़ता है जब कोऑपरेट न करे। ये सीएम कोऑपरेट कर रहा है।
on Manipur
डीजीपी, सुरक्षा सलाहकार, ये सबको हमने बदला है।
They have changed DGP, Chief Secretary, everyone. Still, what is that you want? And we see a former Prime Minister at 90 attending Rajya Sabha in wheelchair. Mr. Modi and Mr. Rahul Gandhi and all others should be inspired. You are elected, so that you should attend the parliament. And in the name of Manipur, how long this India was burning, Mr. Modi? You could have done this, you could have come at the earliest. And opposition, when Home Minister was trying to invite you, when he is the Home Minister, how is that you have just objected to him and you went on Modi's presence and Modi should speak? By doing so, you have helped the Data Protection Act to be passed without any discussion, Biodiversity Bill without any discussion, Jan Vishwas 2023 bill without any discussion, and now even today in Rajya Sabha, the selection or election of Chief Election Commissioner of India, they are going to pass the bill without any discussion if this continues, wherein they are making some constitutional changes which is going to be detrimental for people participatory constitutional democracy. Prime Minister, Opposition Leader and Chief Justice of India were to select or elect. Now they are removing Chief Justice of India and they are going to get a cabinet minister again appointed by the government. What is this nonsense? Already Prime Minister is there on behalf of the cabinet. Why again another cabinet minister? And this is going to select or elect even the chiefs of all constitutional bodies, including ED, CBI, not just Election Commission of India. It is a very good example of how this no confidence motion last 3 days has allowed government to pass such critical bills, and opposition has allowed without any discussion even the Data Protection Bill which was there in the selection committee for 6 years. Why opposition party including Rahul Gandhi, did you not understand, or there were your advisors did not help you to understand? Then Aam Aadmi Party, Mamata Banerjee TMC, Samajwadi, Bahujan Samajwadi Party, what were you doing? BRS and whatever other parties, what the hell you are doing? And All India Majlis Ittihadul Musliman, you always jump and speak, Mr. Owais, you are a barrister. What was happening to these crucial bills? Why you have allowed them without any discussion? Is it only for those communities with whom you win? And is it not against, again, constitution wherein it should be a free and fair election by allowing all communities to gain? Same thing is happening in Hyderabad. And what he spoke on Amit Shah, that also.
इस सदन में मणिपुर की बात करना चाहता हूं। मान्यवर, मणिपुर में जो हिंसक घटनाएं हुई है वो क्यों हुई है, क्या स्थिति है और इससे निपटने के लिए हमने क्या कुछ किया है, इसकी डिटेल बात मैं अभी करूंगा। परंतु मैं विपक्ष की इस बात से सहमत हूं कि वहां पर हिंसा का तांडव हुआ है और इस हिंसा के तांडव से कोई सहमत नहीं हो सकता। मान्यवर, हम भी सहमत नहीं, उनसे ज्यादा दुख हमें है। परंतु ये परिस्थिति जन्य है। मैं बताना चाहता हूं, इसी घटनाओं का कोई समर्थन नहीं कर सकता। समाज के नाते हमें शर्म आई, इस प्रकार की घटनाएं वहां हुई है, इससे कोई इनकार नहीं। परंतु ये जो घटना हुई है वो शर्मनाक है। उस घटना पर राजनीति करना इससे भी ज्यादा शर्मनाक है। मान्यवर, अब मैं इस सदन में मणिपुर की बात
So he is trying to relate the opposition for making it political. He says you should not.
మణిపూర్ వెళ్లా కానీ ప్రధాని మాత్రం వెళ్లలేదన్నారు ఏఐసీసీ అగ్రనేత రాహుల్ గాంధీ. లోక్సభలో కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వంపై విపక్షాలు ప్రతిపాదించిన అవిశ్వాసంపై వాడివేడి చర్చ జరిగింది. ఈ చర్చలో రాహుల్ గాంధీ పాల్గొన్నారు. వాళ్లకు మణిపూర్ దేశంలో ఒక భాగం కాదన్నారు రాహుల్. కళ్ల ముందే కొడుకును చంపేశారని ఓ తల్లి చెప్పిందని అన్నారు. కట్టుబట్టలే మిగిలాయని ఓ మహిళ కన్నీళ్లు పెట్టుకుందన్నారు రాహుల్. నేను చెప్పినవి రెండే, ఇంకెన్నో ఉన్నాయని అన్నారు రాహుల్. అయితే ప్రధానిపై రాహుల్ కమెంట్స్ చేయగానే బీజేపీ ఎంపీలు ఆందోళన చేపట్టారు. దీంతో కాసేపు గందరగోళం నెలకొంది. ఆ తర్వాత రాహుల్ మాట్లాడిన కాసేపటికే స్మృతి ఇరానీ రియాక్ట్ అయ్యారు. అంతలోనే రాహుల్ సభ నుంచి బయటకు వెళ్లిపోయారు.
स्पीकर सर, इन्होंने मणिपुर में हिंदुस्तान की हत्या की है। सिर्फ मणिपुर की नहीं, हिंदुस्तान की हत्या की है। इनकी राजनीति ने मणिपुर को नहीं, हिंदुस्तान को मणिपुर में मारा है। हिंदुस्तान को कत्ल किया है, हिंदुस्तान का मर्डर किया है मणिपुर में। हमारी जनता की आवाज है, दिल की आवाज है। उस आवाज की हत्या आपने मणिपुर में की। इसका मतलब भारत माता की हत्या आपने मणिपुर में की। मारा आपने मणिपुर के लोगों को मारकर भारत की हत्या की है। आप देश द्रोही हो, आप देशभक्त नहीं हो, आप देश प्रेमी नहीं हो, आप देश द्रोही हो। आपने देश की हत्या मणिपुर में की। इसीलिए आपके प्रधानमंत्री मणिपुर में नहीं जा सकते हैं, क्योंकि उन्होंने देश की हत्या की है। मणिपुर में हिंदुस्तान की हत्या की है, भारत माता की हत्या की है। मणिपुर में, मणिपुर के लोगों के दिल में
प्लीज एक मिनट बैठिए आप। एक
तो सवाल उठता है,
एक मिनट बैठिए।
आप भारत माता के रखवाले नहीं हो, आप भारत माता के हत्यारे हो।
प्लीज
मैं मणिपुर में अपनी माँ की हत्या की बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं आदर से बोल रहा हूँ। आपने मेरी माँ की हत्या की मणिपुर में, और हर रोज जब तक आप हिंसा को बंद नहीं करोगे तब तक आप मेरी माँ की हत्या कर रहे हो। हिंदुस्तान की सेना मणिपुर में एक दिन में शांति ला सकती है, हिंदुस्तान की सेना का प्रयोग नहीं कर रहे हो, क्योंकि आप हिंदुस्तान को मणिपुर में मारना चाहते हो। अगर हिंदुस्तान के दिल की आवाज नहीं सुनते हैं तो किसकी आवाज सुनते हैं? दो लोगों की आवाज सुनते हैं, इसकी आवाज सुनते हैं, इसकी आवाज सुनते हैं, और इसलिए सुनते हैं।
नो एक गलत तरीका माननीय सदस्य।
देख लीजिए अडानी जी के लिए मोदी जी ने क्या काम किया है, देख लीजिए। ये पहले
आपको गलत तरीका आपका।
रावण दो लोगों की।
So this is what Rahul Gandhi's entire this thing, and I've shown you this again. I'm trying to show you.
तक 13 बार राजनीति में लॉन्च किया गया और 13 ही बार फेल गए। उनका एक लॉन्चिंग,
And when he said Bharat Mata ki Hatya, he state that has been expunged, and that also we'll hear from Mr. Rahul Gandhi, stating that his comment was expunged, removed. This has been removed, and I'll try to get you the audio also. I think I have the audio of Rahul Gandhi expressing his
It's an unparliamentary word in India nowadays.
So words from your speech were expunged.
yesterday also. Yes, apparently Bharat Mata is an unparliamentary word in India nowadays.
So they are trading charges, but believe me, did they discuss anything on Jan Vishwas bill which has been passed? You have to understand, the viewers, the Indian citizens. Biodiversity bill did they discuss? Data protection bill did they discuss? Now I'm going to show you all some other highlights. And here,
बस करके उन पे ऊपर हमला हो रहे हैं, बलात्कार की घटना घट रही है, तो मुझे एक बार ये बोलने का इच्छा हो रहे हैं कि जब राजा अंधा रहते हैं, धृतराष्ट्र जब अंधा रहते थे, उस समय द्रौपदी की वस्त्रण हुई थी। आज भी राजा अंधे बैठे हैं, इसलिए किसी को नाम नहीं लेना, किसी को नाम नहीं लेना। तो इसलिए जहां राजा अंधा बैठे रहते, जहां राजा अंधा बैठे रहते, वहां द्रौपदी की वस्त्रहरण, चाहे वो हस्तिनापुर में हो, चाहे वो मणिपुर में हो, होते ही रहते। मणिपुर और हस्तिनापुर में कोई फर्क नहीं रहता। आपने एक अपील की थी, हालात में विवश करके उन पे ऊपर हमला हो रहे हैं, बलात्कार की घटना घट रही है, तो मुझे एक बार ये बोलने का इच्छा हो रहे हैं कि
so he is Adhir Ranjit Chaudhary, and he has been suspended along with 3 others, and that also I'll try to show you. Yeah, they have been suspended along with 3 others. 4 सांसद सस्पेंड, एक की सदस्य छीनने की कोशिश, मोदी शाह की तानाशाही. He is the all the three, they have been suspended. 4, including 4, have been suspended. Now this is what I am trying to show you. The AC Election Commission of India, SC directed that for free and fair elections, the appointment of CEC, Chief Election Commissioner, will be done by the following: Prime Minister of India, Leader of Opposition Lok Sabha, Chief Justice of India. Modi could not tolerate that, so today he is bringing a bill nullifying that direction. It will now be decided by Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition, Cabinet Minister appointed by the PM. This will ensure a 2-1 agreement, and BJP will appoint any person they like to the post. Is this democracy? This is autocracy. A clear cut. So just trying to make certain. Now let me come to the finance.
बनेगा, मिलेगा, ये सब हो गया अभी. अब वो नहीं है. जनता आजकल क्या उपयोग कर रहे हैं? बन गए, मिल गए और आ गए, यही हो रही है शब्दावली. मैं उदाहरण के लिए बोल रही हूँ. यूपीए के समय बिजली आएगी करते थे लोग, अभी बिजली आ गई. गैस कनेक्शन मिलेगा, आज गैस कनेक्शन मिल गया. वाटर कनेक्शन मिलेगा करते थे यूपीए में, अभी मिल गया. पीएम आवास का घर बनेगा, अभी पीएम आवास का घर बन गया. टॉयलेट्स बनेगा करते थे, अभी टॉयलेट बन गए. गांव में सड़क बनेगा बोलते थे, अभी गांव में सड़क. हाईवेज बनेगा करते थे, अभी हाईवेज. ब्रिजेस बनेगा करते थे, अभी ब्रिजेस. पोर्ट्स बनेगा करते थे, अभी पोर्ट्स. एयरपोर्ट्स बनेगा करते थे, अभी एयरपोर्ट. बैंक अकाउंट्स खुलेगा करते थे, अभी बैंक अकाउंट्स. किसान और एमएसएमई को ईसी लोन मिलेगा करते थे, अभी किसान और एमएसएमई को ईसी बैंक लोन मिल गए. सस्ती दवाई और स्वास्थ्य सुविधा मिलेगा करते थे, अभी सस्ती दवाई और स्वास्थ्य सुविधा मिल गया. आसानी से राशन मिलेगा करते थे, अभी आसानी से राशन मिल गया. इसीलिए सर इसका समझ आवश्यक है. एक्चुअल डिलीवरी से ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होता है, ना कि मुंह से शब्द कहकर गुमराह करने से. इसलिए आप जनता को सपने दिखाते हैं, हम जनता के सपने साकार करते हैं. वर्ड्स लाइक बनेगा, मिले.
So this was she, and also I'll try to show you the same rhyming before I show you by Amit Shah too. Yeah, I think he's the one who has moved the no confidence. Yeah.
पर अविश्वास प्रस्ताव पर प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी पिछले 2 घंटों से अपनी बात रख रहे हैं। ये अविश्वास प्रस्ताव इंडिया अलायंस के एक सदस्य होने के नाते मैंने लोकसभा में पेश किया। इस अविश्वास प्रस्ताव के 2 कारण थे। पहला कारण कि मणिपुर को इंसाफ मिलनी चाहिए। दूसरा कारण कि देश के संसद की मर्यादा को बचाने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी को विवश करना पड़ेगा कि वो सदन में आकर अपना मौन व्रत तोड़े। दूसरा उद्देश्य सफल रहा। इतने दिनों के संघर्ष के बाद, इतनी कठिनाइयों के बाद आज देश प्रधानमंत्री को सदन के अंदर बोलते हुए देख रहा है। अगर हम इंडिया अलायंस ये अविश्वास प्रस्ताव इतनी संघर्ष के बाद, इतनी लड़ाई के बाद नहीं पेश करते तो शायद प्रधानमंत्री विदेशों के और संसदों में भाषण देते रहते और हमारे भारत के सदन को शायद वो भूल जाते। तो हमने मजबूर किया और उन्होंने अपना मौन व्रत तोड़ा। लेकिन हमारा पहला उद्देश्य कि मणिपुर को इंसाफ मिले, वो उद्देश्य आज प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी अपने जिम्मेवारी से भाग रहे हैं। अभी मंत्री परिषद पर अविश्वास प्रस्ताव पर प्रधानमंत्री
So he is the one who has moved it, and now there is an interesting thing by the commoner. He says Smriti Irani spoke for 50 minutes, out of which Om Birla was shown for 4 minutes. Rahul Gandhi spoke for 35 minutes, out of which Om Birla was shown for 15 minutes. When opposition members speak in the Lok Sabha, cameras turn to the speaker's chair for most duration of their speech. Okay, an interesting comment by a commoner. And yeah, before I make Mr. Modi's this thing, I wanted to show you something which yesterday, which, and he's questioning here.
मई के दिन की दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना है। दुनिया में किसी भी जगह पर, किसी भी स्थान पर, किसी महिला के साथ, किसी युवा महिला के साथ इस तरह की घटना समाज के नाम पर धब्बा है। इसका कोई समर्थन नहीं कर सकता, ना सदन कर सकता है, ना कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ना कर सकती है, यहाँ की ना वहां की। मेरे मन में एक छोटा सा सवाल मेरे मन में तो नहीं आया, कुछ मीडिया के मित्र जो ऊपर बैठे हैं उन्होंने डाल दिया। उन्होंने मुझे पूछा कि अमित भाई ये 4 मई का वीडियो संसद सत्र के एक दिन पहले ही क्यों आया? अगर किसी के पास वीडियो था तो वीडियो डीजीपी को देना चाहिए या नहीं देना चाहिए? मानिए किसी के पास वीडियो था तो पुलिस तंत्र को देना चाहिए या नहीं देना चाहिए? उसको सार्वजनिक करना चाहिए क्या? वो महिला के सम्मान की तो सोचो। हाँ जी, इंटेलिजेंस का सवाल नहीं था भाई, वहां उस वक्त इतने हुड़दंग में। एक मिनट, इंटेलिजेंस के पास नहीं आया, मगर आपको देना चाहिए था या नहीं देना चाहिए? आपको देना चाहिए था या नहीं देना चाहिए? हाँ, दादा का काम टीवी में बताने का है। दादा का काम मान्यवर, फिर भी मैं टाइमिंग में ज्यादा नहीं जाना चाहता। सुनिए ना भाई, मैं टाइमिंग में ज्यादा जाना नहीं चाहता मान्यवर। वीडियो किसी के पास भी था, मैं इन पर आरोप नहीं कर रहा हूँ, किसी के पास भी था। अगर उसने डीजीपी को दे दिया होता तो 5 तारीख को ही पकड़ गए होते, क्योंकि जिस दिन वीडियो दिया उसी दिन वीडियो की कॉपी पर से हमने फेस आइडेंटिफिकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर का उपयोग करते हुए सरकारों के डेटा के साथ मिलान करते हुए 9 के 9 लोगों को अरेस्ट कर दिया और वो आज ट्रायल फेस कर रहे हैं जेल में। उस वक्त मान्यवर ये वीडियो 4 मई के दिन की।
So he is questioning as to why that surfaced only a day before the parliament. So that is also an important thing. Why? They have to answer. Now here another one, Amit Shah, what he raises.
अभी भाई एक मिनट, अभी उनको अपने गठबंधन का नाम बदलना, अच्छा नाम था यूपीए, 10 साल सत्ता में भी रह लिए थे, क्या प्रॉब्लम था भाई, नाम क्यों बदला? आप लोगों को मैं बताना चाहता हूं, देश की जनता को सदन के माध्यम से बोलना, इतने सारे घोटाले टोटल लगाया तो 12 लाख करोड़ के बाद मैंने टोटल छोड़ दिया। 12 लाख करोड़ के घपले घोटाले भ्रष्टाचार यूपीए के नाम पर चढ़े हैं, कैसे जाए बाजार में? अब जो कंपनी दिवालिया हो जाती है या साख खराब हो जाती है इसकी, तो वो नाम बदल दे, बोर्ड बदल दे, इन्होंने भी नाम बदल दिया। मान्यवर बोफोर्स, एक मिनट भाई, बोफोर्स घोटाला किसने किया? यूपीए ने किया। 2G स्पेक्ट्रम किसने किया? यूपीए ने। सत्यम घोटाला किसने किया? यूपीए। कॉमनवेल्थ घोटाला किसने किया? यूपीए ने। कोयला घोटाला किसने किया? यूपीए ने। टाटा ट्रक घोटाला किसने किया? यूपीए ने। वोट के बदले नोट का घोटाला किसने किया? यूपीए ने। आदर्श घोटाला किसने किया? यूपीए ने। नेशनल हेराल्ड का घोटाला किसने किया? यूपीए ने। वाड्रा का डीएलएफ घोटाला किसने किया? यूपीए ने। चारा घोटाला किसने किया? खाद्य सुरक्षा बिल का घोटाला किसने किया? गाजियाबाद प्रोविडेंट फंड घोटाला किसने किया? हर्षद मेहता शेयर बाजार का घोटाला किसने किया? हसन अली का हवाला घोटाला किसने किया? आईपीएल का घोटाला किसने किया? एलआईसी हाउसिंग का घोटाला किसने किया? मधु कोड़ा घोटाला किसने किया? फायर फ्रंट सबमरीन घोटाला किसने किया? और कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष की यात्रा का भी घोटाला किसने किया? अब साहब इनके पास नाम बदलने के अलावे कोई रास्ता नहीं है। मैं आपको बताता हूं, हमें कोई नाम बदलने की जरूरत नहीं है कि 9 साल में और अटल जी के 6 साल में हमने कोई ऐसा काम नहीं किया जिससे सर झुकाना चाह पड़े, सीना तान कर मैदान में जाए। मान्यवर,
So there were corruption charges, but I am asking Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah, what happened to those cases? Did you pursue 2DG, coal scam? Why they are still out? It is under your own this thing, CBI, ED. Why they are not pursuing them in a proper way? Why trial is not happening? Why they are not behind bars in all these cases? And what about the other cases, the merging of banks, non-performance assets? What happened to those cases? That also should be out. And Election Commission of India has got so many cases, Mr. Modi. Why they are not coming out with anything? And we have been complaining against the private banks, including Axis and IndusInd, to Reserve Bank of India. They are not acting. A copy has been sent to both of you. Why your government is silent? That we don't know. And ultimately, at least, they have adopted a resolution appealing for peace in Manipur. Then Kalavati, I have already shown you. East Mojo, it is very clear. Party strength also, it is very clear. Everything is being shown. And this again became a controversy of Rahul Gandhi.
Misogynistic man who can give a flying kiss to a parliament with seats female members of parliament.
Did you see him blow that flying kiss towards you found it inappropriate?
I did not see that.
Did you see him blow that flying kiss towards you found it inappropriate?
I did not see that.
Did you see him blow that flying kiss towards you found it inappropriate?
I did not see that.
It is only
One says yes, the other one at least dignified way says not. They have not seen. Is that important, Ms. Smriti Irani? You are silent all these days on Manipur, and what is happening? How is that these bills are being passed? Why are you silent? That really beats my intelligence. PMO Modi, what is this? Did I play this?
13 बार राजनीति में लॉन्च
Okay,
किया
this
गया
already
है।
I've played. 13 times they have launched him to become. But these crucial bills they have allowed. How? How can they do that? And then I come to the locals. This also I wanted to show. Recent study reveals that Bengaluru loses 20,000 crore annually due to traffic congestion despite 60 fully functional flyovers. And why I'm showing Bangalore is the IT hub, capital of India. Governments should discuss, debate these type of things in the parliament. They're not doing that. Public inconvenience and a lot of public money. 20,000 crores is a huge money for any state or any city to lose. And that too when the Bangalore is the world's IT, major IT exporting center of India. How can, why they have not discussed the opposition, why they did not bring, it is oppositions to rule state now. Now let me play the locals also.
తెలంగాణ బర్బాద్ చేసింది సార్, తెలంగాణ ప్రజలు నాశనం చేసింది సార్. అరే చెప్తా ఏం చేస్తారు సార్? बीआरएस का काम एक ही काम है सर, एक ही काम है सर बीआरएस नेता का काम. रात में पीता सर, रात में पीता, दिन भर सोता, किसी से नहीं मिलता, वही है बीआरएस का नेता सर. ఏమేం సార్ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం ఇవాళ? ఏమేం సార్ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం? కుటుంబం దోసుకుంటుంది సార్. కుటుంబం తెలంగాణ ప్రజల భక్తులు బర్బాద్ చేసింది సార్ బీఆర్ఎస్ పార్టీ ప్రభుత్వం. ఏ ముఖ్యమంత్రి సార్ తెలంగాణ బర్బాద్ చేసింది సార్. తెలంగాణ ప్రజలు నాశనం చేసి.
Bandi Sanjay Garu, you have to bring a privilege motion against both Amit Shah and Modi also. They said Kaleshwaram is anytime money project. That means a big corruption charge. And Nadda in August 2020 before Dubbaka, 40,000 crore Kaleshwaram scam on her. What happened to that? And then he said unemployment, big scam. What happened to that? And last year Shekhawat, water resources minister, and another minister also, when pumps were submerged, Kaleshwaram pumps, they said big corruption. Why they have not moved ahead? Don't you think, Mr. Bandi Sanjay, you should move a privilege motion against your own ministers and prime minister? They raised the issue, and also Delhi liquor policy. Sisodia is in jail. You have shown everything against Kavita. Till proved no one is guilty. We are not here to judge anyone. But what happened to that case? Likewise, Mr. Bandi Sanjay, in Karimnagar, granite case against the minister. Why you are not pursuing even after the ED is this thing? Why this selective attack? That is why people are confused. That is why when Revanth Reddy is making this comment,
ఆదివాసీ సోదరులకు అందరికీ కూడా ఈ వేదిక మీద నుంచి శుభాకాంక్షలు తెలియజేస్తున్నా. వాస్తవంగా అంతర్జాతీయ ఆదివాసీ దినోత్సవం సందర్భంగా ఈ దేశ ప్రధానమంత్రి ఆదివాసీల మీద ఉన్న గౌరవంతో ఈ సభలోకి వచ్చి మణిపూర్లో గిరిజనుల మీద జరిగిన దాడులు, అకృత్యాలు, మారణకాండలు, మహిళల మీద జరిగిన అత్యాచారాలు, హత్యలు, తలలు నరికి వేలాడేస్తుంటే, రక్తం ఏరులై పారుతుంటే, ఆ జాతికి ఈ రోజు ఈ సభలోకి వచ్చి క్షమాపణ చెప్పినుంటే నిజంగానే ప్రధానమంత్రి గారి గౌరవం పెరిగి ఉండేది. కానీ ఆదివాసీల పట్ల, గిరిజనుల పట్ల ఈ ప్రధానమంత్రికి ఉన్న చులకన భావంతో ఈ దేశ ప్రధానమంత్రి నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు ఈ సభలోకి రాలేదు, ఆదివాసీలను గౌరవించలేదు. ఈ సందర్భంగా మణిపూర్ లో జరిగిన సంఘటనలే కాదు, గత 9 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి ప్రధానమంత్రి నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారి నేతృత్వంలో ఈ ప్రజలకు ఇచ్చిన హామీలు, చేసిన మోసాల మీద ఇండియా టీం తరఫున మిత్రుడు గౌరవ్ గొగోయ్ గారి మంత్రివర్గం మీద ప్రవేశపెట్టిన అవిశ్వాస తీర్మానాన్ని సమర్థించుకుంటూ.
that is fine. And he made another comment that also I was trying to show you. for Bandi Sanjay. I'm trying to play some local comments also, wherein they are not discussing anything on data protection, biodiversity, or Jan Vishwas, such important bills. I'm really sorry to say, no party is doing that. No party. Very sorry state of affairs. What Revant actually said, listen to Mallikarjun Kharge and then I'll go to Revant.
आने दो और उनके सामने हम अपनी विषय रखें। अरे क्या प्रधानमंत्री आने से क्या होने वाला है? क्या परमात्मा है क्या? इस सदन के क्या परमात्मा है? क्या परमात्मा है वो? ये कोई भगवान नहीं है। ये भगवान नहीं है।
Yes, no one is Paramatma in democracy. You are all public servants. That has to be borne in mind. Trying to show Revant's comments. And then I'll show you some other important comment also made by then I'll play some clippings of Mr. Modi so that you'll understand.
इस देश में लिक्कर पार्टी निक्कर पार्टी एक हो गए, तेलंगाना को लूटने में लग गए। लिक्कर पार्टी वो निक्कर पार्टी है, ये दोनों मिलके तेलंगाना को लूटने में लग गए। इसीलिए आज के तारीख में ये दोनों उनके खिलाफ हम ये अविश्वास तीर्मान ये सभा में लगाए। तेलंगाना को जो आश्वासन दिए वो आश्वासन पूरे नहीं किए, इसीलिए
So this is what Revant Reddy said against Bandi Sanjay, and we'll see our OIC sab, barrister sab, what he spoke.
कर जवाब देंगे। हम उनसे पूछना चाह रहे हैं, पॉइंटेड क्वेश्चन है, क्या देश बड़ा है या हिंदुत्व गोलवालकर की आइडियोलॉजी बड़ी है? ये कुर्सी है तुम्हारा, ये जनाजा तो नहीं, कुछ कर नहीं सकते तो उतर क्यों नहीं जाते? मैं आपको इंतबा दे रहा हूं, वार्न कर रहा हूं, इस मुल्क को 90 के दहे में मत लेकर जाइए। ये कौन सी आपकी मोहब्बत है पसमानदा? आपका एक मुसलमान मिनिस्टर नहीं है वहां पर। आखिर कब तक दुकानदार और चौकीदार हमारी लाशों पर सियासत? सर हम कंक्लूडिंग, कब तक सियासत करेंगे? मैं इस तहरीक अदम एतमाद की तायद में खड़ा हूं, जिसको टीआरएस पार्टी और हमारी पार्टी ने दिया, जिसको स्पीकर साहब ने कबूल किया। सर मैं 11 पॉइंट आपके सामने रखूंगा, जो मैं बताने की कोशिश करूंगा कि क्यों हम इस तहरीक अदम एतमाद की तायद में और मोदी हुकूमत की मुखालिफत में खड़े हैं। सर हालिया दिनों में हमारे मुल्क में ट्रेन में एक वर्दीपोश दहशतगर्द ने अपने सीनियर मीना साहब का कत्ल करने के बाद ट्रेन के कंपार्टमेंट में जाकर नाम पूछकर, चेहरे पर दाढ़ी देखकर, कपड़े देखकर उनको कत्ल कर दिया, और उसके बाद उसने कहा कि इस देश में रहना है तो मोदी को वोट देना पड़ेगा। मैं हुकूमत से जानना चाहूंगा कि क्या ये अक्सरियती तबके की एक्सट्रीमिज्म और रेडिकलाइजेशन की बेहतरीन मिसाल नहीं है? और अगर है तो फिर हुकूमत इस पर क्या करेगी? सर हमारे आइन में, संविधान में लिबर्टी ऑफ कॉन्शियस को लिखा गया, तमहीद में, यानी जमीर की आजादी का जिक्र किया गया है। मैं हुकूमत से और खास तौर से वजीर आजम से जानना चाहता हूं कि कहां गया इस हुकूमत का जमीर, कॉन्शियस जिसको अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं, जब नू में 750 इमारतों को बगैर ड्यू प्रोसेस फॉलो किए उनके इमारतों को मुनद्दम कर दिया गया, और इसलिए कि वो मुसलमान थे, पूरे के पूरे इलीगल थे। इसीलिए पंजाब की हाई कोर्ट और हरियाणा की हाई कोर्ट ने कहा कि ये एथनिक क्लेंसिंग है। इसकी एक बेहतरीन मिसाल है उस हुकूमत की। तीसरी है कि इस मुल्क में एक नफरत का माहौल, बल्कि आतिश को पैदा कर दिया गया मुसलमानों के खिलाफ नफरत का।
And he speaks against again taking Muslims as, and it is a sad incident in the train. We have condemned it, and then the Hindu officer is also died, but the other 3 were Muslims. Fine, but what is happening across India, Mr. OAC? What is happening in your own old city? AIMIM, is there any Hindu candidate? Can Hindu win Lok Sabha? Can Hindu win any corporate seat of AIMIM? For that matter, MLA seats? The other side of coin theory, what is happening in old cities is not ethnic cleansing. What was the majority before? How only one community, corporators, MLAs and MP wins in this area? Is this not ethnic cleansing? And what is happening to the temples in the old city? Can you give guarantee why is that KCR or KTR not visiting old city in spite of so many violations by GHMC and Hyderabad Metro Water and Sewerage Development, storm water drains, sewerages overflow, roads, encroachment of footpaths? So many evidences we have presented. Why you are calm and why KCR is calm, Mr. Boise? And all of a sudden, how is that religious structures come in between the houses? Who are buying? Who is investing? Is this not fundamentalism, religious fundamentalism? And don't you think the same side, majority, the other side coin theory is happening, which is very bad, equally bad, whether you do or they do? This is not going to help India. You preach hate politics. And why is that? You become a secular. You say you are a secular. Then see to that half of the seats are given to Hindus in AIMIM. You become an example. Whether it is Hyderabad Old City and same with IUML in Kerala, and whether a congressman in those Christian parties there, do they give seats to Hindus? You also in Maharashtra, wherever you go, wherever you see that you don't win, when there is no this thing, you want to put an Hindu. Can anyone become the president of AIMIM, MP of Hyderabad, parliamentary seat? Prove that. Now there is always an allegation against you that you help BJP in dividing minority votes, that you have to clear. And then let me come to Mr. Nama Nageshwar Rao, BRS leader, what he said.
मगर हमारा नेता केसीआर साहब आने के बाद पूरा तेलंगाना में हर घर का जो ना फिल्टर पानी दे दिया है। उसको भी जो है ना आप लोग हमारा मिशन भगीरथ को कॉपी किया है। अच्छा है आप लोग भी देश में हर घर का जो है पानी दे रहा है, हर घर जल का नाम से दे रहा है, वो दे दीजिए। अगर इसी पार्लियामेंट में हम लोग क्या क्वेश्चन था, वो क्वेश्चन क्या था, देश में कौन सा स्टेट है बड़ा स्टेट में हर घर का जल जो है ना दे रहा है? इसी आंसर जो है ना मंत्री साहब ने दिया है। इसमें तो एक ही स्टेट है जो बड़ा स्टेट में तेलंगाना है, पूरा हर घर में जो है ना जल दे रहा बोल के। हम लोग जो है ना ये करने के बाद पूरा देश में सब स्टेट्स के लिए आप लोग पैसा देता है, मगर हम हर घर जल जैसा मिशन काकतीय बनाया है। मिशन काकतीय का बाद हमारा जो है ना अब लोग का जो है नीति आयोग का रिकमेंडेशन वो
Sir, there is no point of order allowed yesterday also. Only point of orders cannot be allowed to the treasury benches. How it can be? We also asked for the point of order, sir.
And I'll show you another report by their MP Ranjit Reddy, wherein he said, here is the letter of BRS, Nama Nageshwar Rao, they have given it to the Speaker. Notice of privilege motion under Rule 222 against Honorable Member Shri Nishikant Dubey for deliberately misleading the House yesterday, 982. I wish to move a privilege motion under Rule 222 against the Honorable so and so, that central government had sanctioned 86,000 crores to Kalivisham project in Telangana. It is factually wrong and made to mislead the House. It is fine, I have returned also. You move a privilege motion against all of them. If they have given money, how is that Mr. Modi and Amit Shah making corruption charges against KCR government? Anytime money. Nadda, 40,000 crore scam, and he has reiterated. Shekhawat, huge corruption, he said. Move a privilege motion against them. And also on why the site has been changed from the earlier site to the existing site, and why the estimates have been increased, and how much acreage of the land has come under Kaleshwaram, how much water they are providing every year, and which season, and what is the power which is being used, what are the power bills. Let them also come out openly. Was there any global tender process in allotting Kaleshwaram project? Let that also come out. And what is in effect the Kaleshwaram project today? How is that the pump houses were submerging. When the water is coming from Yellampalli downstream, how is that you are going to lift when the flow is with gravitation? That means whatever you are lifting, again it is coming back. Is it true or not? Let everything be discussed. And you move a privilege motion against all of them. And if not, BJP, Bandi Sanjay Garu should move a privilege motion against his own party members as to why, after making comments of corruption, they have not come forward to initiate action, or else they should withdraw their comments. So these were some local aspects. Now I'll come back to this comment by TMC.
To ask the questions in our Tum Abhi Chup Raho Republic, where the Honorable Prime Minister tells the Governor, Chup Raho. Where we as elected MPs in this House are routinely told, Chup Raho. This motion is to break this omerta, this code of silence on Manipur, the most pressing issue of the day, where we are all supposed to Raho Chup. And now we are told that it is the BJP's master strategy that even with this motion, the Honorable Prime Minister has not come to the House day before yesterday. He has not come yesterday. He has not yet come today. वो थोड़ी ना बैठकर आपकी सुनेंगे, वो तो लास्ट दिन आएंगे और बस अब सबकी धज्जियां उड़ा के जाएंगे. Fine, we are waiting. No problem. I don't know what is more unfortunate that our Honorable Prime Minister refuses to come to this House, of which he is an elected member, to answer us on Manipur, or that he refuses to go to Manipur to reassure vulnerable, petrified people that peace and reconciliation are his mission. Which is it, sir? This is not just a no confidence in government motion. This is a have confidence in India motion. Most no confidence motions are negative motions, moved with at least a moderate probability of bringing down the government of the day. We know that's not even a possibility. We don't have the numbers. We know that. Many of my friends on the Treasury benches, allies, the BJD, the YSR, have mocked us, saying, you know, you can't bring down the government. It is doomed to fail. But we as India are perhaps the first bloc that has been forced to move a motion not to bring down anything, but to resurrect something, to resurrect India's founding principles of equality and secularism, which this government has buried 6 feet under, to resurrect the right to express ourselves in a democratic framework, which you label as high treason, to resurrect the right of a non-homogeneous, diverse people to exist within a union of state, which your government insists on dividing into us and them. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, this motion is not meant to succeed in this House. But the larger motion, the have confidence in India motion must succeed. And it will. When the people of India have their say soon. And it's for this reason I stand before you today. The Manipur issue is mired in silence and in the government's whataboutery and false equivalences. I will point these out as best as I can. The Treasury benches have made vitriolic comments on why only Manipur. What about the instances of rape and murder in Rajasthan, in Chhattisgarh, in West Bengal? We in turn have felt compelled to ask, what about the violence in Haryana? I want to tell this House that Manipur is different, and I will tell you why. The issue in Manipur is of a hate crime against a particular community, where it is understood that police personnel of one community, possibly the same community as the Chief Minister, handed over women of another community to be raped and pillaged by a mob and made every attempt to prevent those women from seeking justice. The issue is that two communities today in Manipur have been pitted against each other in an atmosphere of civil war, of ethnic violence that has rarely been seen in India in the past few decades. 6,500 FIRs in 3 months. Which state has seen this? 4,000 houses, 4,000 houses destroyed in 3 months. Which state has seen this? 60,000 people displaced, 2% of the state's population. Which state outside of wartime or natural calamity has seen this? 150 people dead in 3 months. Which state has seen this? 300 places of worship destroyed. Which state has seen this? An armed standoff between the Manipur state police and the Assam Rifles captured on video. One controlled by the Minister of Home Affairs, other controlled by the state police. Which state has seen this? 5,000 firearms and 6 lakh bullets looted from police stations by mobs. Which state has seen this? Two ethnic groups armed to the teeth, a buffer zone between where hill cannot go to valley and valley cannot go to hill. Which state has seen this? The chief supporter supports one group, accuses the other of being drug runners. In truth, over 15,000 acres of poppy have increased in cultivation in the past 5 years. 250 square kilometers of forest land has reduced under this chief minister's watch. Which state has seen this? Only Manipur. No other state. Only Manipur. So stop your whataboutery. Stop your false equivalences. Address the problem, Honorable Prime Minister. We haven't heard of one change in the police force. We have not heard of one change in the government. We have not heard of one person taking responsibility. As a government in the center, which is also ruling the state of Manipur, this is your biggest failure of the double engine sarkar. So let us not insult other states by saying, what about Rajasthan? What about Haryana? What about Chhattisgarh? Manipur is a tacitly approved hate crime. Make no mistake, this is civil war. These are crimes against humanity. The harsh reality is while this government may have built infrastructure, it has destroyed institutions. And I will be doing an injustice to my role in parliament if I don't call this out. In Manipur, the BJP's majoritarian bravado is destroying a state and tearing apart its people. I don't want to make this about politics. But Honorable Prime Minister, if you're listening, I beg you on behalf of the people of Manipur, change the administration. Allow all parties to work together to mediate a truce. Otherwise, even after your term ends, India will echo in one voice as to what went so terribly wrong in Manipur with such terrible consequences for our country. जिस पापी को गुण नहीं गोत्र प्यारा है समझो उसने ही हमें यहाँ मारा है. India has lost confidence in you. The spectacle of the Prime Minister of the greatest democracy bowing to a religious seers of a majority in the chamber of a new parliament fills us with shame. Police manhandling and filing FIRs against champion wrestlers against a BJP MP accused fills us with shame. 50 panchayats in 3 districts of BJP-ruled Haryana issuing letters forbidding Muslim traders entering the state fills us with shame. नफरतों की जंग ने अब देखो क्या क्या हो गया. सब्जियां हिंदू हुई, बकरा मुसलमान हो गया.
No, madam.
You are creating it in every state.
Yeah, she is very emotional, and such type of people should be respected. And she has come out, at least she is trying to discuss, and she should not forget how ballot boxes have been thrown into the rivers in West Bengal during panchayat polls. The crime, the hate which is being happening everywhere, wherever it happens, and she has brought out very well in Manipur with clear this thing. And I only hope the entire parliament comes to the rescue of not only just Manipur. Such type of incident should not happen anywhere. And when she says Hindus and Muslim, come to Hyderabad, go to Kerala, and talk about West Bengal. Everywhere the same policy should be there. There should not be discrimination based on religion, caste, or creed. Constitution is one where it gives equijustice, and you should not allow this hate filter into electoral vote bank politics. That you try to see again what is happening in Telangana. They are saying they are going to give 1 lakh to minorities. It is public money. It is public money, and you are paying everything to masjids, fine. But why is that you are not giving the same amount to endowments, 5,000? And why is that you are not giving to Hindus? Again, Hindus are divided in the backward classes, other classes, SCs and STs. You are trying to demarcate. This is not good. You bring everyone, whether it's Hindu, Muslim, BC, Christian, OC, whoever is in need, whoever is in need, it should be implemented. Again, uniform civil code, same Muslims. They want their own civil procedure code. They have belief in their own, fine. But same Hindus can have the belief in their own. So when crime, criminal and civil procedure acts, if you separate in the name of belief, where will be the unity in diversity? When you go to America, when you go to Middle East, when you go to Europe, you accept the Christianity or the law of the land, including both criminal and civil procedures. Why the same is not happening in India? Why can't we sit and sort it out? Why are we being discriminated just for the sake of vote bank politics? For how long? And also you should take the umbrage. What is the percentage of minorities? Now people are asking during partition. What is the percentage of minorities in Pakistan, Bangladesh, in Afghanistan now? What is their fate? You are calling them just Hindus and Muslims. Why are you dividing them? Call them Indians. Every Indian should have equal justice and similar law. Only then we will succeed. Otherwise, you decide, we decide. Similarly, others will decide our fate, dividing us in the name of caste, creed, and religion. And this will be there forever. Believe me, this will be there forever. Now, let me play Mr. Modi's this thing. Before I play Mr. Modi, there is an interesting video which I've received just now. A BJP MP speaking out. Yeah.
बात करते हैं देश को तोड़ने की, जोड़ने की। इन्होंने एक यात्रा भी निकाली, भारत जोड़ो यात्रा करके। मैं 2008 में बीजिंग ओलंपिक्स के अंदर वहां पर था और हमें खबर लगी कि साहब सोनिया गांधी जी, राहुल गांधी जी आपसे मिलने आ रहे हैं। ये हमसे मिलने वहां पर नहीं आए थे और ना ही कोई मुलाकात हुई, क्योंकि इनकी थालियां तो कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ चाइना ने बिछा रखी थी। इनकी मुलाकात कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ चाइना से हुई। ये रिमोट कंट्रोल से सरकार चलाते थे। अगर कोई सैनिक ये कार्रवाई करे तो उसके खिलाफ गद्दारी का मुकदमा चलता है। ये उस समय सरकार चला रहे थे। दे शुड बी ट्राइड फॉर ट्रीजन। गद्दारी के ऊपर इनके ऊपर मुकदमा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये चाइना के साथ इनके साथ हो रहा था। जो ये बार बार बात करते हैं देश को तोड़ने की, जोड़ने की। इन्होंने एक यात्रा भी निकाली, भारत जोड़ो यात्रा करके। मैं 2008 में बीजिंग ओलंपिक्स के अंदर वहां पर था और हमें खबर लगी कि साहब सोनिया गांधी जी, राहुल गांधी जी आपसे मिलने आ रहे हैं। ये हमसे मिलने वहां पर नहीं आए थे और ना ही कोई मुलाकात हुई, क्योंकि इनकी थालियां तो कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ चाइना ने बिछा रखी थी। इनकी मुलाकात कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ चाइना से हुई। ये रिमोट कंट्रोल से सरकार चलाते थे। अगर कोई सैनिक ये कार्रवाई करे तो उसके खिलाफ गद्दारी का मुकदमा चलता है। ये उस समय सरकार चला रहे थे। दे शुड बी ट्राइड फॉर ट्रीजन। गद्दारी के ऊपर
I'll go to Modi.
अब मैं श्री गोगोई द्वारा प्रस्तुत प्रस्ताव को सभा में मतदान के
I'll just come back to this later. After I present Mr. Modi's response, I have only some videos.
इसके कुछ दलों के लिए उनके आचरण से, उनके व्यवहार से उन्होंने सिद्ध कर दिया कि देश से ज्यादा उनके लिए दल है, देश से बड़ा दल है, देश से पहले प्राथमिकता दल है। मैं समझता हूं आपको गरीब के भूख की चिंता नहीं है, सत्ता की भूख, यही आपके दिमाग में सवाल है। आपको देश के युवाओं के भविष्य की परवाह नहीं है, आपको अपने राजनीतिक भविष्य की चिंता है। और माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, आप झूठे एक दिन सदन चलने भी दिया, किस काम के लिए? आप झूठे तो विश्वास प्रस्ताव पर झूठे और अपने कट्टर भ्रष्ट साथी उनकी शर्त पर मजबूर होकर के और इस अविश्वास पर प्रस्ताव पर भी आपने कैसी चर्चा की? और तो मैं तो देख रहा हूं सोशल मीडिया में आपके दरबारी भी बहुत दुखी है। ये हाल है आपका। और अध्यक्ष जी देखिए, मजा इस डिबेट का कि फील्डिंग विपक्ष ने ऑर्गेनाइज की, लेकिन चौके छक्के यहीं से लगे। और विपक्ष नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन पे नो बॉल नो बॉल पर ही करते आगे चलता जा रहा है। इधर से सेंचुरी हो रहे हैं, उधर से नो बॉल हो रहे हैं। अध्यक्ष जी, हमारे विपक्ष के साथियों से यही कहूंगा, आप तैयारी करके क्यों नहीं आते जी? थोड़ी मेहनत कीजिए। और मैंने 5 साल दिया आपको मेहनत करने के लिए। 18 में कहा था कि 23 में आप आना, जरूर आना। 5 साल भी नहीं कर पाए आप। क्या हाल है आप लोग? तो विपक्ष के कुछ दलों के लिए
I'll show you another video.
कि विपक्ष के लोगों को एक सीक्रेट वरदान मिला हुआ है। हाँ, सीक्रेट वरदान मिला हुआ है। और वरदान ये कि ये लोग जिसका बुरा चाहेंगे उसका भलाई ही होगा। एक उदाहरण तो आप देखिए, मौजूद है। 20 साल हो गए, क्या कुछ नहीं हुआ, क्या कुछ नहीं किया गया, लेकिन भलाई होता गया। कि विपक्ष के लोगों को एक सीक्रेट वरदान मिला हुआ है। हाँ, सीक्रेट वरदान मिला हुआ है। और वरदान ये कि ये लोग जिसका बुरा चाहेंगे उसका भलाई ही होगा। एक उदाहरण तो आप देखिए, मौजूद है। 20 साल हो गए, क्या कुछ नहीं हुआ, क्या कुछ नहीं किया गया, लेकिन भलाई होता गया। कि विपक्ष के लोगों को
The opposition tirade against him, but he has risen from chief minister to the prime minister now. This is what he's trying to say. And then I think this I've already shown you, but still I'll try to show you.
क्या इस डिबेट का कि फील्डिंग विपक्ष ने ऑर्गेनाइज की, लेकिन चौके छक्के यहीं से लगे। और विपक्ष नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन पे नो बॉल नो बॉल पर ही करता आगे चलता जा रहा है। इधर से सेंचुरी हो रही है, उधर से नो बॉल हो रहे हैं। और देखिए मजा इस डिबेट का कि फील्डिंग विपक्ष ने ऑर्गेनाइज की, लेकिन चौके छक्के यहीं से लगे।
I think there was another good statement he made on Manipur, stating that it was a mistake, then they are trying to address, but in spite of that, they are not allowing. When home minister, in the midst of that, they walked away, the opposition. After walkout, Modi made a statement on Manipur. He said government will be very tough. They will not leave anyone, and the peace will prevail in that area soon. And he wanted every party to cooperate, not to take advantage for political gains. This is what his statement is. I think this I have played already.
कुछ दलों के लिए उनके आचरण से, उनके व्यवहार से उन्होंने सिद्ध कर दिया कि देश से ज्यादा उनके लिए दल है, देश से बड़ा दल है, देश से पहले प्राथमिकता दल है। मैं समझता हूं आपको गरीब के भूख की चिंता नहीं है, सत्ता की भूख, यही आपके दिमाग में सवाल है। आपको देश के युवाओं के भविष्य की परवाह नहीं है, आपको अपने राजनीतिक भविष्य की चिंता है। और माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, आप झूठे एक दिन सदन चलने भी दिया, किस काम के लिए? आप झूठे और विश्वास प्रस्ताव पर झूठे और अपने कट्टर भ्रष्ट साथी उनकी शर्त पर मजबूर होकर के और इस अविश्वास पर प्रस्ताव पर भी आपने कैसी चर्चा की? और तो मैं तो देख रहा हूं सोशल मीडिया में आपके दरबारी भी बहुत दुखी है। ये हाल है आपका। और अध्यक्ष जी देखिए, मजा है इस डिबेट का कि फील्डिंग विपक्ष ने ऑर्गेनाइज की, लेकिन चौके छक्के यहीं से लगे। और विपक्ष नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन पे नो बॉल पर ही चलता आगे चलता जा रहा है। इधर तो सेंचुरी हो रही है, उधर से नो बॉल हो रहे हैं।
So lastly, he has declared that the motion has been we are in the last leg now. Is this thing? Yeah.
अब मैं श्री गोगर गोवे द्वारा प्रस्तुत प्रस्ताव को सभा में मतदान के लिए रखूंगा। प्रश्न ये कि सभा मंत्रिपरिषद में विश्वास का अभाव व्यक्त करती है। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य इसके विरोध में ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय ना वालों के पक्ष में ना वालों के पक्ष में प्रस्ताव अस्वीकृत हुआ। गौरव गोगोई जी।
So that is what today's this thing is, but this is ignored by the parliament, by both opposition and ruling party. Procurement Act, 6 years in the making, data protection bill gets through Lok Sabha in less than 1 hour. No data have a right to know. He says data protection bill is passed. कोई डेटा नहीं, मुझे जानने का अधिकार है, सामान्य आम आदमी। डेटा संरक्षण बिल पास हुआ। It's a shame. It's a shame. And similarly, biological diversity amendment bill passed in Rajya Sabha by voice. Decriminalization of offences is being done to reduce fear among stakeholders. No discussion, shame. Then this is such a huge one. मणिपुर के शोरगुल में पास करा लिया जन विश्वास बिल। जन विश्वास नाम रखा और कर लिया आपकी जान का सौदा। How can such important bills be passed, Parliament? Is this the way you run the Parliament? The debates which are supposed to be important in larger public interest, did you discuss them? And my earnest appeal, let us not stand divided by caste, creed, or religion, whichever party. Think, because every citizen is a constitutional authority. All the resources, from water to air, minerals, belong to every citizen. Similarly, equijustice, equal rights. There is no minority and all. If you say minority, the other will say majority. That is how we are being divided. So just be careful. When you understand this logic that every citizen is a constitutional authority, right from Prime Minister to Chief Minister, Cabinet Secretary, Chief Secretary, they're all public servants. This fear is gone, and everyone is supposed to work in an accountable and a transparent way. So let leave the fear. Now I only hope I leave it to the learned thinking, the learned citizens thinking, because let them decide. We are not here to judge or impose. I wanted to bring as to what has happened in Parliament in the name of no confidence motion moved by the opposition India, addressed by the ruling NDA, whether it was in larger public interest or it is one upmanship politically to gain, wherein Modi addresses himself as the future Prime Minister till 2028, a candidate ineffective on BJP, on part of BJP, on behalf of BJP and NDA too. And in doing so, this India called, wherein Congress and other parties tried to impose their things very clearly. Even the Delhi state bill, which has been amended in spite of Supreme Court's order, wherein governor will control law and order. What is the fun and purpose of having an elected government that beats my intelligence? All these such vital issues were ignored. Manipur took the center stage where people are really suffering. They're being divided in the name of caste, and when they're trying to involved in violent incidents against women, that is highly deplorable. We should condemn such things. Such barbaric acts should not be repeated anywhere, come whatever may, because we are human beings, and every human, every citizen has got their fundamental rights, and they have equijustice. So no one can dare try to impose those criminal agendas defeating the fundamental rights, and which is against the rule of law and in breach of the constitution. I only hope in doing so, the rights in the name of Jan Vishwas Bill, the Biodiversity Act, and Data Protection Bill, which were discussed without any debate on the floor of Parliament, should come back to the Parliament. Not just Parliament, they should be made to be discussed right at Panchayat, then municipalities, corporations, all assemblies in the country, then it should come to Lok Sabha. That is how, because all the resources belong to every citizen and they are the fundamental rights. That is why we were making an earnest appeal to all bar councils across India as to why they are keeping quiet. And in doing so, an appeal to Supreme Court and High Court to take these cases suo moto, and also the big bill. I don't know whether when I'm doing this show in Rajya Sabha on the Indian appointment of Chief Election Commission of India or Election Commission of India, Prime Minister, leader of opposition, both are politicians. And again, they're having another politician being appointed as a cabinet minister, being appointed by Prime Minister instead of Chief Justice of India Supreme Court. If this passes through, it will be politics, and there will not be any checks or guarantees as provisioned in our constitution, and that will be not good for people participatory constitutional democracy. So do take care. Let us all pool in our efforts as Indian citizens to see that Indianism, Bharatiyata prevails, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, or otherwise. Let us see that there is no infringement of our fundamental rights and there is no loot of our natural resources. Otherwise, the present is gone. There will be nothing left for our children or kith and kin in the future. So, wake up, India. Jago, varna sab kuch gaya. Do support DRTSPR channel, Citizen DRTSPR channel, and Environment People DRTSPR channels. They are all in larger public interest. The tagline is simple: no enmity against individual or organizations issue as per rule of law constitution invoking evidential act. Anyone can oppose us. You can participate. My number is always there. We welcome you. The discussion should be as per rule of law constitution invoking evidential acts only. Thank you very much.